Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all the updated comps, tips, strategies, and whatever else you need to win Griff on the new Griff challenge coming into the game pretty soon. So we're going through that. Also, I won't be streaming today, unfortunately, or this weekend, because I've got my qualifiers coming up this weekend, and I'm also pretty sick at the moment, as you can tell by my voice. So I will be carrying people over on my Discord though, so make sure to join that. Link is in the description for that one. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the first map, which is going to be Brawl Pinhole Punch. So a really easy one. Shouldn't really be focusing too much on the first set. So again, I don't think the comps have changed too much on Pinhole Punch. I think the number one pick for you guys will have to be B in the middle. She's so good at patrolling the middle area, helping pinch for lanes. Once she gets 3k shots, she can really hurt one of the lanes. And a lot of them she can make basically one shot for your lane brawler to then take it down. So B's just really good. She's also got a slow to scout the bushes. Make sure you're maintaining control with B in the middle. So again, down the lanes, I would probably suggest like a Sandy down one of the lanes. Sandy with that gadget and just a wall peeking ability on this map. The super can cover so much of the map as well, forcing the enemy back into the back walls. I think Sandy is so OP on this map, so definitely recommend those two brawlers. Again, for the third brawler, just trying to think through it. So I think probably like a Tara. Spike is actually pretty decent. Rico is pretty decent. Surge, Stu with that new gadget is absolutely insane. Ems is really good. Nita really good. These are the best lanes for Pinhole Punch, and I don't think too much really has changed. Alright guys, so jumping on to map number 2, we have Heist Pit Stop, one of my favorite maps of all time, and really happy for this one to be back in the game. But anyways, going into it, so again, I always recommend going like one sort of aggro brawler, so whether it be a Primo or a Bull, they're probably my top two choices. Always send them down the lane. Just make sure they're spending as little time as possible defending. You don't have to just literally beeline to the safe. Just make sure you're a presence in and around that area. Your teammates can then help you push up by taking them down, because a lot of times you're going to get pinched out as a tank. So just try and buy time, try and buy life as much as possible, and work your way up to the safe. So for the defensive brawlers, I realize that probably Stu and Rico can be a little bit hard to play at times, but they are the best brawlers to pair well with Bull. But if you're not too comfortable using those brawlers, you got brawlers like Ems, you got brawlers like Nita that can just serve really well at defending. And then once they kill the brawlers that are obviously attacking your safe, you can then push up, and then with like a Nita Bear or just Ems' normal attack, you're going to deal a lot of damage. So these are going to be the best brawlers for Pit Stop. Alright guys, so now moving on to the third set, probably going to be one of the hardest game modes in this challenge. It's going to be Siege Assembly Attack. So the number one brawler I recommend in every single combination is Stu. I feel like Stu is going to be so good, especially with that wall break gadget, because there's just a lot of walls, especially near the Ike as well. You can use that gadget to break open the wall and allow your robot to attack the Ike a lot easier. There's also just a lot of walls in the middle. Just one gadget can break up so much cover. So yeah, use that Stu. It's going to be really, really good. So another brawler, which I probably underrated a little bit too much in my last video, is Sandy. I think Sandy is absolutely insane on Siege and Brawl right now, especially with that stun gadget. So Sandy's going to be a really good counter to the aggro brawlers as well. A lot of times you can just stun them, wait the full 1.5 seconds, make sure that you coordinate with your teammates as well, and take them down. It's going to be so easy to keep control with Sandy, so definitely recommend Sandy. Then it's kind of up to you on what you do for defense. So you could go with like a Barley and use the slow gadget. That could be really good for defense. You got brawlers like Lou, who can obviously perfect defense, and you got brawlers like Sprout, which can literally place the walls down either the right side or the left side. You're going to be perfectly defending. Or you could just literally go for like a tanky option, because tanks just deal really well with the robots, so like a Bull or an El Primo. But those are going to be the best brawlers for assembly attack. Alright guys, so now moving on to map number 4, we have Bounty Layer Cake. So Layer Cake is a bit of a weird one, because it's not really been in the map pool for too long. I've not really had a chance to play it too much, but I think it's just going to be the traditional comps over here. So the number one brawler I will recommend on this map is Tick. So Tick is not only just really annoying and obviously spamming these tight lanes down here, he's also pretty good at dealing with aggro brawlers, because he's got his head, he's got his gadget that can knock him back. So I think Tick is a really safe bet. And then down the middle or either lane, it depends how you really set up. I'm not entirely too sure. It just depends about what matchup you want to take the most. So again, I would recommend using like a Bell, because Bell is just really strong against aggro brawlers. Good sharpshooter, obviously good against brawlers like Piper. Brock can be really good there. And then I did recommend Jean last time. Jean is probably a little bit of a stretch down the lane. I just think that's just in case people use aggro. But there's other brawlers like Piper, like Brock, like Sprout that are going to be really, really strong. I think boost can be strong as well if you use the gadget up and close to the wall. Stu also really good in those 1v1 engagements. Not really too much else you can use inside of Layer Cake. Even Mr. P actually. Mr. P can actually be a good option because a lot of people use like Piper and Brock. So those are going to be the best brawlers for Layer Cake. Alright guys, so now moving on to set number 5, the final one. Gem grab acute angles. So a bit of a weird one. I realized after playing it a few times on ladder as well. I feel like this one could be really hard, especially because it's quite a spawn trappy map. So down the middle, I recommend one of 2 options, still the same. So either like a Jean or a Bell. I would probably say that a lot of people are more comfortable with brawlers like Bell. It's a lot easier to control, and especially if you break open a few of the walls, even that one, left one over there. Bell's just going to be able to patrol so easily in the middle. So also down the right hand side, so I did say Tara last time. I still think Tara is going to be really strong, but I think Sandy's even stronger at the moment. Sandy actually counters Tara and just so strong with that new gadget. I can't stress enough how good it is to counter certain lane brawlers. That gadget's just going to be able to basically win most 1v1 interactions as long as you've got their ammo and as long as you're keeping your distance. You don't want people getting too close to you with that brawler, so that's going to be really strong. Leon actually a decent option as well if you guys want to use Leon. A bit of a riskier option to use on this map, but especially with the new gadget, I think it's really good if you're putting it behind a wall and it's going to help you mid. Honestly, it can be an underrated option for this map. You've got brawlers like Crow, you've got brawlers like Spike is a really good option in this meta. You've got brawlers like Surge as well. And yeah, I think that's all that you're going to need. Stu as well. You can't forget the Stu. Stu is basically well, yeah, you can't really go into these games without using a Stu. He's basically good in every single mode, every single map, especially with that wall break gadget. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. As I said, I will be carrying people over on my Discord. I thought I'd just run through the best combos again to try and help you guys as much as possible. But yeah, good luck trying to get Griff. If not, you can just get him in next week. It will be no big deal. But I hope a lot of you guys get Griff. And as I said, I've got like 20 accounts, so I'll be hoping to carry all you guys over the next 3 days. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.